This is Queensland tropics, everybody. Life on a boat. Oh.
So things are getting a little bit hectic. It's only a tropical low, but shitloads of rain, and where we've ended up docked up, there's a lot of water flowing out. We're just getting started apparently. I think I'm good.
Holy. Why does that boat ahead look like it's...
Maybe one of these lines will snap.
Okay, I'm coming.
Cool, Tony.
Major and dangerous flooding impacting parts of northeast Queensland.
Thousands of people in North Queensland have been told to leave their homes.
The biggest concern right now is Townsville. Roads are flooded, streets are disappearing. This was the view from Magnetic Island.
So, our friend's boat just here just became, one of his lines snapped and it got loose. And we were just trying to save his boat from smacking into ours. And then a boat over here, the line, both of them snapped and flooded this way in this current here and smacked into our boat. Now we've got damage. This boat over here, these two boats here, and punctured a hole here in our boat. So we can break through the window. Now they're trying to fend off the boat. Being a boatie or a yachty, you are usually prepared for these kind of weather systems. Something like this we actually knew about a whole week in advance. It was looking originally like a cyclone was coming, so we started to prepare, stocked up on supplies, food, fuel, gas. Graciously, a friend of a friend offered us a spot on their pontoon. They have a private pontoon and you can tie your boat up there, and they were like, you can stay here for the duration of this system that's coming through. Now, what ended up happening was never actually a cyclone. By definition, it was not a cyclone, it was a tropical low. Now, a tropical low can be just as dangerous as a cyclone though. A tropical low is pretty much a system that forms over warm subtropical climates and hangs around for a while, bringing in usually big thunderstorms and heavy rainfall. And so that's what happened for like nearly a week. In far north tropical Queensland, this is very common, is having cyclones and very heavy rainfall and floods. This happens every year. Willy Weather recorded that it got all the way up to gusts of about 48 knots. It was recorded 1,033 millimeters of rain, or 40.7 inches. That first day is when that boat first hit us. Anchor went through our boat, smashed our boat, and then went off, and then it went and hit another boat diagonal to us. And then the current started bringing the boat back, and it actually hit us a second time. It hit us twice, and the boat just skid along the side, fortunately. So it didn't put another hole, it just scraped all along the side of it. And then it kept going, and then it smashed 3 other boats. So it hit 5 boats in total, us and 4 other boats. And then it started to float out of the pontoon area, like out to sea. And so people on the other side jumped on it and got it and then tied it up to another boat where it stayed the duration of that storm for like a whole week. Ryan was there helping save this boat, and it's funny what happens when you help people. So he met the guy and he said, by the way, you've put like a hole through our boat. It's quite a bit of damage. And so the guy, obviously being shocked, he was an older fella, he was like, oh, okay, don't worry, I've got full coverage, I have full third-party insurance, don't worry, it'll be all covered, we'll get it fixed, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. A week of hell passed, and Ryan went and actually helped him move his boat off that boat it was tied to and put it on his pontoon, where he had a look at how his boat was tied down, which was pretty much not. So we call him up and we're like, hey, you haven't filed the claim. And then he says to me on the phone, under act of God, I'm not liable for the damage to your boat. I didn't even know what that was. I had to look it up. So I'll read it to you because I don't want to get it wrong. Act of God refers to an event or occurrence that is outside of human control and cannot be anticipated or prevented, typically resulting in damage or harm. Often used in legal contexts and insurance policies to describe natural events such as earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, or other natural disasters. But number 1, it's unforeseeable. It couldn't have been predicted or avoided by any reasonable human efforts. Didn't I say at the beginning of this video that we knew about this a week in advance and we're actually preparing for it, went and got supplies, we're following the storm? Is beyond human control. No one could reasonably be expected to prevent it or mitigate its effects. Now, I'm going to show you some footage of the pontoons and the marinas around Magnetic Island. They were completely damaged from this storm, literally breaking apart, snapped in half. His pontoon is still intact, and he is the only boat on this entire island that broke free. Didn't I just say unforeseeable and beyond human control? Yes, there's lots of damage and stuff went wrong with people's boats, but there is no boat that broke free, even when pontoons were literally breaking apart. Our reasoning here is obviously negligence. Ryan, as I said, he'd seen his boat, he barely had any lines, and we have multiple sources from people around the pontoons on different boats that also have agreed and stated that his lines were super old, he never went to his boat. If you knew a storm was coming, you'd go put extra lines. We had like 20 lines. Our boat did not move at all. We spoke with MSQ, Maritime Safety, Queensland, and asked them, what are our rights? This is what's happened. We are claiming negligence, and apparently negligence is not a factor. He could have tied his boat with a freaking shoelace, and apparently he would not be liable because it was a severe weather system declared by BOM, so therefore he's not liable. He's not liable for any of the boats he smashed. And in fact, apparently, if his boat had floated out to sea like I said it was going until we all jumped on it to save it, and it sunk, then he would be liable. Being on a private pontoon is some sort of gray area as well. He's not responsible. If this was a car and there's some severe weather coming and I didn't put my handbrake on or I didn't put it in all the way, and then crazy wind came and I smashed every car in front of me. 10 cars, domino effect. I'm not liable? No other car smashed anyone else. Every other car stayed put. Only my car smashed everyone. But apparently when it comes to driving and cars, they're in a different bracket, and so that probably you would be liable. But because we're in the boating world and it's some sort of different laws with recreational vessels, again, we're in this gray area. I don't know how you can hit someone's boat and not be liable. Imagine if that was structural damage. Imagine if that was below the waterline. Our boat would have been ruined. I'm not looking for anybody to be like, oh, sub story, like, oh, poor you, whatever. No, I honestly kind of just want to share this story. I find it quite fascinating, and we've actually already passed all this. We fixed the boat. We're good now. We don't have the hole. Ryan's done an amazing job. I'm going to show you in a minute how he's fixed it. But yeah, if you guys want to support us in any way, we would love you to subscribe to my sailing channel with Ryan called Once Upon a Reef, where we post lots of videos fortnightly about all our adventures sailing, and specifically now we're posting from our amazing epic adventure we had in Papua New Guinea and in the Pacific Islands. It's freaking awesome. So if you want to support, we would love you just to go subscribe, comment, like any of those videos. We've got a Patreon as well. We've been posting extra content. If you want to come sailing with us, join our Patreon. We're offering that as well. You can buy us a coffee. I don't know, they've got these new sites now. You can donate by buying us coffee. Moving on to my amazing partner Ryan, who's done an awesome job fixing Skateaway. Get it. Ryan gets his personal fanner. Are you your biggest fan now?
Yeah, can you see this?
This is how I help. I was asking how I can help. He said, oh, it's most days. It's actually 36 degrees out and it feels like 39 Celsius. So I'm his little fan.
So now I'm going to cut away all this damaged part, clean it up, and then I'll have to make up some wood replacement, and then I'll fiberglass it in. cutting holes in the boat.
Let's get away.
So now I've reinforced it with a bit more, another backing of ply that goes on the other side. And so hopefully now that will fit in there. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Ryan, the boat builder. Can do anything.
Just make it up as I go.
In 36-degree weather even. Stuck in a box.
Yeah, that's pretty close. And then I can just, that makes the frame, and then I got another one that goes here, again with the backing bit. Okay,
Whoa.
now I've got the front one. There's no straight lines or anything, so it's hard to get it all to line up, but I've just been making minor adjustments, taking it off and on like a million times. Plus if you had better tools it might be easier, but got there in the end, and now I just got to fill all the gaps and glue it in place and then reinforce it again with the fiberglass. So after lots of sanding and fairing, I've got it to where I'm pretty happy. It's pretty smooth, it's all the edges, you can't feel much difference. Pretty good, I think. And I just want to get a primer coat on it. I'll try be as non-messy as I can. We seem to struggle with that. But just want to get it covered up because the UV really destroys the resin and fiberglass.
Putting up walls, being pulled in every direction, but we don't know where to go. How many minds do we need to lose?
Now we've got it all painted up and sealed, ready to go. We're going to try and make up a window, the same as these other plexiglass windows. So we're just trying to get a template. So we've used a bit of baking paper, and I'll just trace the outline and put it onto a cardboard, get it how we like it, and then we'll cut out the actual window.
Nice. First time?
Huh? Yeah, first time. Everything's first time.
Whoa, whoa, my loving, whoa, 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 my loving too. So I'll give you fire fills our lungs. You can silence generations, but you cannot take off.
Moment of truth?
Yeah, moment of truth. We've done everything now. Just peel the final layer off. We'd use a double-sided 3M VHB tape and a bit of Sikaflex around the edge. We didn't tape anything, so I think we got it fairly neat. We're just freehanding it. But anyway, we'll find out when we go on rough seas how good it is.
Woo! Thank you, act of God. Looks even nicer than before.
What a process.
That is an amazing boat builder now.
That was like a few weeks of work I didn't really want to do, but...
No. Oh, you didn't want to do this on your days off?
Yeah. There really are better things to do, eh?
Ooh, and that's how it looks from the inside. It looks like there's not even a window. Whoa. That's crazy looking.